Man, y'all know the day, man. It's Sunday. It's like 1 o'clock. If you don't know, now you know. You should know. You better know. It's Death Battle Sunday. Today's Death Battle, we got Ghost Rider versus Spawn. These are two heavy hitters, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot more about Ghost Rider than I do Spawn. I did see the Spawn when I was a young kid, but I was really young and it kind of creeped me out, so I wasn't really too into Spawn like that. But I do know a little something, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hyped about this. I'm rooting for Team Ghost Rider. I'm saying it right now. I think Ghost Rider gonna take this dub. I don't see what Spawn can do that can beat Ghost Rider, but mind you, I didn't know that much about Spawn, so if I'm sleeping on my fault, don't blame me. Blame that scary movie that came out when I was a kid. Before we get into this, hit that sub button, like button, and let's see what it's looking like. All right, y'all, this is Ghost Rider versus Spawn, Marvel versus Image Comics. Whole time I thought Spawn was part of Marvel too, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get to it. I really got Spawn part of Marvel, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Death Battle.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
He's with
Spirit of Vengeance.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
Oh, he put out that gun on him. Oh my.
Who would win a death battle?
Let's get to it, bro. Ghost Rider, you better not let me down, man.
Johnny Blaze has always
Ghost Rider,
been
let's get
a
it.
man possessed,
AKA Nicolas Cage.
chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts.
Crazy.
Following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson.
Until
my.
the day Crash lived up to his name
And he crashed.
got
Why would
cancer,
you-
heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to
Oh.
the only thing that could: chemotherapy.
devil.
Oh,
To cure Crash's cancer,
Why would his name be
Johnny
Cash,
sold
first of all?
his soul to
Make Crash.
Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell.
Oh Lord,
only
don't
for
do that,
Crash
y'all.
to actually
God
live
forbid.
up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh my.
So Johnny Blaze
Oh
lived up to
my.
his name and burst
He-
into hellfire.
See, I gotta
Like
stop making these
undead
names.
skeleton biker with a sick ass hug.
There's a lot of
The
power in
mysterious
names.
Nick Cage performance, the stuntman from hell. He called himself
Nick Cage.
the Daredevil.
Sorry,
what?
Johnny, that name's taken.
Okay,
I was about to
then
say.
how about the Ghost
Woo!
Rider?
Ghost Rider, the
Sure,
whip.
we definitely didn't forget that we named the character the same thing only 5 years earlier.
Really?
The Ghost Rider will
What's up with Marvel using the same names? Right? This is a lot of names that they come up with, man. Come on, man.
used for earth
Come on, man.
sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers, blow up mountains,
Okay.
and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't
Ghost
even
Rider.
think about fighting back.
That's a
He
fire
can
name,
remake
bro.
his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target
Hmm. And don't
his
let him
soul
stare at you.
can harm him.
It's not just his body.
Don't let him stare
his
at
whole
you.
arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create anything he can think of, from an infinite stream
Mystic
of
Chain.
a shotgun
Okay,
packed
Kratos.
with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barfed right out of his mouth.
Oh my, I didn't see that one.
Life
I
goals.
don't think.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such
Yeah.
as his hell cycle.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace
Fire.
Thor's hammer Mjolnir,
Wow.
which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire
Nah, I
is
didn't
a
know all
weapon in
that.
and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
Nick.
Boner, Wiz.
Nick, you good?
Get it? And it
Bone-
doesn't
oh,
just scorch flesh.
okay,
Hellfire
okay.
is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This
Jesus.
technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh,
what?
yeah. Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one
stare.
that burns your soul
Yeah.
to smithereens.
Hey,
with
don't look
just
at
a
me.
hook. The
Don't look at me
penance
now.
Stare.
The penance stare inflicts upon its victims
I'm
every
looking at me,
ounce
bruh.
of pain they ever wreaked upon
That catch me slipping.
others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Yeah.
Obliterating your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes
my.
are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider
I ain't
must
know about
be able
Danny.
to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can
Punisher?
adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can
Okay.
use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the
Deadpool.
Ghost
A
Rider
lot of
is
errors
two
there. A
souls
lot of
in
errors.
one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Ah, classic Faustian bargain. All
What is
the
going
power
on in the background of that?
But if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Go kabloom.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, penance
See, now this is the Ghost Rider I done heard about.
All all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's
I didn't know he could
manhandled
fly.
some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven
This man's
itself.
gonna destroy everything.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back
What?
as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth.
Okay.
A sort of heavenly black ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel?
I'm about to say,
now,
what?
Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being
Oh,
one of the
nah.
greatest entities
I'm a
in
little bit of it all.
existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto,
And
ever the trickster,
I was up to
claimed
soon, he
victory
won.
and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But
Okay.
Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost
damn.
Rider, Alejandra
Damn.
Jones. Bet
How
you
many
wish
Ghost
you had
Riders
one
got?
more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon,
Armageddon,
fitting
okay.
as his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos
He fought
asunder.
Galactus?
And Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse.
Wow.
That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic
Yeah, I'm sorry,
annihilation.
Spawn. You ain't
So it was
winning
no
this one, my boy.
surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld
You ain't winning
and
this
took
one.
Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by
Johnny
the
Blaze, you want to really be down there for her?
Scoring the total power of hell
That
itself,
manure?
plus a sick-ass
Manure?
upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell.
Oh, wow.
Good shot.
As they say though,
Yeah, skipping the
uneasy
steps.
lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to
House
capture
Manure.
all of Hell's escaped demons.
Beating World War
But by
Hulk.
using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding on
Ah.
them, and it corrupted him. Once again,
See?
Johnny Blaze
Too
was
much.
a man possessed.
Too
In
much.
truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Oh, his brother
Though
Danny,
he
okay.
gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring
Yes, sir.
his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for
Yeah,
the
Ghost
evil
Rider dope,
and the
bro.
profane.
He dope.
An unstoppable engine of judgment.
I would love
that
a remake of
with
Ghost Rider
just
movie.
a glance could make
Damn.
Galactus himself shit his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
'Cause
I would
they
love a
sure
new
as
Ghost Rider
hell
movie, bro.
won't find any in his.
Okay, I was fired. I ain't gonna. Let's see.
If Al
Let's
Simmons
see
was
what
one thing,
Spawn looking
he
like.
was a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin,
sir.
Simmons upheld
Bro,
democracy
every movie that dude
around the
in, it's
globe
gonna be a
with the
firefighting
barrel
movie,
of
bro.
a gun,
Every time.
painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Until his
Ooh.
final fateful mission
Yeah.
when, per his boss's orders, Al
Oh my
was
god.
fired.
Ah!
The thing was
That's why his
only
face
getting
was
started.
Yo, his
because
face was
Al's
messed up. That's why I
immortal
remember from the
soul
movie.
was on a one-way trip to hell.
where he cut a deal with
Oh,
Malvosia,
my
the
God.
big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons
Ooh.
would be reborn a Hellspawn, a
Ooh.
superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for
Man,
seeing
melted his face.
wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons
Monkeys, bro, what that mean?
returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later, after his wife
Ooh,
had
moved
already
on.
remarried and had a
Ooh.
daughter.
There,
Oh,
you
Lord.
saw her.
She done had a
Now
baby.
get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead
Oh my
warrior
God.
from hell itself, Spawn.
She didn't have a
He's
baby,
so
y'all.
90s that he comes
He's
all
free.
the way back around
sad
to being
man.
the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge wizard.
400 pounds. Ah!
Despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden,
Yes,
while
sir.
slowly uncovering the full breadth of his
Wait a minute, you mean he
demonic
run
power.
around New York? Let me stay out of New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I don't need to go back no more. I'm good. I'm
He's
good.
like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly,
He do a lot of
teleport,
things.
turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make
Okay, I
force
know.
fields, control the elements and the
Intangible, I don't
weather,
remember that part.
and even stop time. speaking of time, he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
I ain't seen this movie in a long
If he can
time.
rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well,
That's a
he
good point.
tried to do that, but Malebolgia cursed him so that he could only make himself... yeah.
Oh, it's petty trolling like that that gets you a throne in hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result
Whoa!
with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds,
What was that?
invent and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy shit because he runs on necroplasm, basically
Oh, wow.
hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself.
Okay.
Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds.
See, that was
of
terrifying as a
He
kid.
can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and
The
feed off of
worms?
it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
That
He's
gotta
even
be a lot
absorbed
of
the
pain, my
sins
brother.
of 8
You like
million
Zorro
New
in the One
Yorkers
Piece, you know.
instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you
Okay, let's not
experience
compare
the
him to
full
that.
weight
Come
of
on
your
now.
own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of
Are we both saying the same thing?
penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got unlimited amount of the stuff, and it drains
Oh.
every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even
Oh.
empowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand
Wow.
combat. He's even fought Batman
Batman?
to a standstill.
And as befits
To a
his
standstill?
past
You
profession, he
trash.
loves his
You got
big-ass
powers.
90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha
Okay.
of the 7th house of K.
You ever wonder why
Kinda
his
like
cape's
Doctor
red?
Strange.
Nope. Well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
Wow.
It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
A little bit of vampire in there. Just to get, you gotta add a little bit in there.
It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is
Okay,
the most
I ain't gonna lie.
potent weapon Hell has
sounded a
ever
little bit better
created.
than I thought he
It
was
even
sound.
helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except
Oh,
the
hell no.
souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd
Oh, hell
think
no.
with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be
Okay.
killed permanently if decapitated by one.
That
Though
makes sense.
Spawn has
I can
managed
see
to
that.
survive this in the past. No,
Oh,
Spawn's
no.
greatest weakness
That's
is
gonna play
his
a part
own-
later in the fight.
How do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela.
Okay.
Great name for an angel. She had this
Very, very
dimensional
original.
lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed.
What?
Until he reconfigured reality to
you
undo his
serious?
own inexistence.
There we are, good as new.
No way it's how
That
you went
has
out,
to be the
Spawn.
first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves
Nah, facts.
and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn.
Superman?
He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive
I was about
if
to say,
you work for a Hell Lord,
that
but it
and
actually
his
just
people he
adds
fight
more
kinda-
souls to
kinda weak.
Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malebolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All
Oh,
his life
wow.
and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it,
Dang.
and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malvosia's fucking head off. With a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality, Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As king,
Oh,
Spawn is
Lord.
literally a part of Hell itself, gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got
Oh,
so strong,
God.
the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this God and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence,
Okay.
Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids.
And this is
being
like a whole
total
different
assholes,
universe, right?
So she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof! Good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human. But he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't
Man,
be
what
happy
the hell?
unless he can instantly brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the
Oh my
alley he
God.
calls home, beware.
It's up.
The Spawn
It's
will
up.
turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
Oh my god. I don't even know no more. Okay, it's time, and honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't even know who won no more. I'm gonna still say Ghost Rider just because I know Ghost Rider more, but after hearing what all the things Spawn did, bro, he might be up there, bro. I can't switch up on my guy Ghost Rider, bro. I came in there, Team Ghost Rider. I'm leaving here, Team Ghost Rider, regardless of the other result. Unless he loses, then I'm Team Spawn. Let's get this.
All right, the
Hey,
combatants are
hey,
set.
oh yeah, I
We've
think
run
Ghost
the
Rider.
data through
He's
all
the Dougie.
possibilities.
Come on now.
It's time for one hell of a death
Oh heck no.
battle!
They better not have big heads when they fighting, boy. Look at Spawn.
Like these drive men insane.
Look at Spawn.
Brimstone in the air.
Think you know a thing
Something's
or two.
coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Ooh, I was a fire bar. I can't lie. He went crazy
Go
with that
back to
one.
the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Yes, sir. That was a fire bar. I can't lie. Get it, Ghost Rider. Let me. Damn! He put out the strap on him, boy. Oh my god. So we hit him with a bike. Let's get it. Come on, Ghost Rider.
If you care,
Show him how you Ghost Ride the whip.
vengeance calls.
They got guns on them. Okay. They ain't playing. They got guns. I do remember that axe.
You fight like a bum.
You've earned your damnation.
You see, you felt like a bum. What's that timer for? What was that timer for? Infinite. Okay, he took me the king of the underworld. Oh my god. Hey, you must not know. Ghost Rider from there. Come on now. Ghost Ride the whip. Stop time. Let's say that. But now he got infinite power down there.
Be damned.
Yes, you will. He said, "I'll be damned." Ooh, okay, Scorpion. Wait, is Ghost Rider say that too? How much different? Oh, Scorpion said that. Yes, sir. Shoot that missile out your mouth. Pause. Ah, damn. Yeah.
The vestments of the holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
I see what you did there. Why are you so tiny? He's so small. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. Boot to the face. Oh Lord. Come on, Ghost Rider. Oh damn. Oh, he don't got no holy weapon, I don't think. Oh no, he might be cooked. Ghost Rider might be cooked. He don't got no holy weapon.
Your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul.
Ghost Rider.
For breakfast, have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
He ate that joint for breakfast.
Here's the Prince of Law. Wait, I'm an innocent.
Damn, Spawn won, bruh. Oh, man. Damn, Ghost Rider. Hey, Lee, come on, dog. You don't got nothing else in the chamber?
It's like you said, nothing
got nothing.
personal. Asshole.
Okay, that was fire. I can't. I'm not too mad. Hasn't heard Spawn's speech.
Literally. This was a nail-biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power
Yes,
against
sir.
Spawn's skill and versatility.
Dang.
Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First
I
up,
knew he had no
power.
holy weapons and stuff
Divine
like that.
Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses
Yeah.
in Marvel.
But Zarathos
You fought
was
a lot of
different.
people.
Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's
The whole
infinite cosmic
universe.
reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in
Come on
power
now.
alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists
That
Zarathos'
is true.
influence. So Spawn may have had time in the
That is-
fight
hey,
to
you
learn
should
and
let
adapt
loose
to
a little
Ghost
bit.
Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill.
He was a
He
CIA
spent
agent.
decades in
Yeah.
military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas
That was a
Johnny
crazy
more so
combo, by the
relies
way.
on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his
Okay. How
versatility.
many both had the guns?
Spawn can stop time, manipulate
They both
matter,
had the
turn
guns, man.
intangible, control minds, warp
Come on
reality.
now.
The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a
Damn.
huge advantage in this category.
Resistance?
So, with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider
Ghost
could score
Rider.
the win through brute
Yeah.
force, right?
Not exactly.
Oh,
the
never
last
mind.
piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul.
That's a good point.
including
That's a
the
good point.
penance stare.
I ain't mad
Just
at
like
it.
he resisted
You're
a
not
very
mad.
similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own
Yeah.
inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that.
But
and
he-
that time
he
with the
Ghost
lance
Rider
wasn't
will.
planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for
I would say
good?
he unbeatable.
Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos could.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance
Yeah.
stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually
See, you got
happens
hit.
a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason
Come on, Ghost
Johnny
Rider.
and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the penance stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance
he
stare
did.
that he's ever done.
Yeah.
A penance squared.
The damnation stare, on the other
Oh,
hand,
heck nah.
actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it
What was
wasn't
that?
just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or
Okay.
just straight up
Alright, bro, we
stealing his
get it.
powers,
Dang.
which has worked on multiple
I'm
Ghost
sick
Riders
right
in the
now. My
past.
parlay didn't
Giving
hit.
Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power
Sorry,
advantage,
dude.
soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter
Come on,
everything
Ghost Rider,
thrown
you
at
didn't get
him,
a
and
laugh.
was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
Yeah.
That was one hell of a fight, and at
I see
least
what you
Johnny
did
went
there.
out in a blaze of glory.
The
Okay,
winner is
that's enough.
Spawn.
Next time on
Let's see
Death Battle.
who's next, man. Who we got? Who's that? Oh, my hero, dude. Oh, that's fire. Versus Mojito. Oh, that's
Subscribe
fire.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
That's
Thank-
fire. Man, go sub the Death Battle page. They done did it again. Am I mad that I lost? Yes, of course I'm mad. Did I enjoy the battle? Yes, I enjoyed the battle. So you know what I'm saying? I can take that with, you know. But did y'all just see that lineup for next week? Before I even get into what I just witnessed, did y'all see that lineup for next week? Mojito versus, I forgot how you say it, but the dude from My Hero Academia. Oh my gosh. That is gonna be fire, bro. But Ghost Rider, I need you to get in the lab, brother. You know what I'm saying? How you far stronger. And just because you mad strong don't mean you don't develop your techniques, you know what I'm saying? Because you done seen what happened. You need to keep one holy weapon on your side or something like that, so you can this in case you fight someone the same as you can shake them up real quick. But you don't think like that, and that's why you lost. But I definitely did not know Spawn had that much power, bro. Spawn, like I told you, I seen him when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago. So I don't really remember all his stuff. I just remember he had an axe, and his face looked messed up, and he was scared. So that's all I remember for him, really. I didn't know he could do all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I knew he could do all that, I might have put more respect on his name. And by the time I picked Ghost Rider, I couldn't switch up on him. You know what I'm saying? So technically, I did pick Spawn. With that being said, y'all not sub with that sub and I like button. Comment down below who y'all think gonna win next week. My Hero dude or Jujutsu Kaisen. It's your boy TK now. We got it.